Hello food lovers, welcome back to my channel Naked Fusion. To my existing subscribers, thanks for always being here. If you're new to this channel, it's all about bringing bold flavors, simple meals, global fusion and fun food experiments. So hit the subscribe button to get notified. Let's dive into today's dish. We're making bread bun, and first thing is to make our tanzong with milk and flour that has been cooked over the heat. So I'm just adding in my flour. If you want the recipe for this, do request for it and I would send it to you. What you need for making bread, your hands, literally your hands. It might be hard work, but if you do have a mixer, that makes it easy. I'm using a mixer today. You can still knead your bread with your hand, and you need an oven. So whether you're constructing your own kind of oven or you have an oven, something that is enclosed, that is what you need to bake the bread. So we're mixing the flour and the milk together, and we're going to mix it very well so that we don't have any lump in it. After we're done mixing, we're going to put that over the stove top, and then we're going to mix that. Now you need to be patient for this particular process. You need to mix on low heat, let's say low to medium heat, and then just mix that consistently till it thickens up and resembles a thick paste, or like something like mashed potatoes. Now you're gonna keep stirring the tanzong until it has formed a mashed potato texture or consistency. Please ensure to get the sides of your pan so that it doesn't burn and it doesn't form lumps. So it's just videos on fast forward, because it took some time. You need to be patient. So that's what it looks like. So you're going to set this aside, and then we're going to jump into the next part of the bread making. So into my mixer bowl, I have added some flour, and I've heated up some milk and cooking cream, and I've added a bit of sugar and yeast to this. Your liquid should not be too hot, or else it will kill the yeast. You need to be able to dip your hand into the liquid and it shouldn't burn you. That is how lukewarm your liquid should be. To that, I've added the rest of the sugar, and then I'm adding some butter. I will also be adding some eggs, and I'll be adding salt for taste. Now there's something about salt. You need to add salt if you have so much of sugar in. If you have sugar in your dough, you need to add salt in a bread dough. You need to add salt. That helps to stabilize, or how will I say, balance the rising effect of our dough. If not, it would overproof, it would overrise. There'll be too much sugar. Too much sugar actually, without salt in it, kind of disrupts your baked goods. So it's necessary to add some salt. So I've added some salt for that purpose and for taste. So I'm just going to mix this. I'm using my paddle attachment. That's because my hook attachment has I've been misplaced. I can't find it. So you can use your hook attachment, and then once your dough comes together, then you get it out of your bowl. You need to floor the surface, your work surface. You need to floor it and then bring your dough together. The dough is tacky at this point, but with this little flour you're going to do, it's going to come together, and then we're going to prove it. We do not want a very hard dough. We want a soft dough. So make sure you are able to scrape it out. You can get a bench scraper, a pastry knife, anything to work with to put it together. So I'm just going to knead that very briefly, put that together, and then I'm going to put it in a bowl and allow it to go through the first proofing. you can see how smooth our dough is, and then when you dip a dimple finger into it, it rises to the top immediately. That is how you know that your dough has been kneaded nicely. Or when you stretch your dough and it's past the window clean, then you know that your dough is ready. So back into my mixing bowl, I've added some oil, vegetable oil, olive oil, whatever oil you want to add, and then just make sure you cover the top of your dough with the oil, and then you're going to cover this up with a cling wrap, with a damp towel or whatever you have. Make sure you cover this, keep this in a warm environment, and allow that to proof. So my dough is ready after 1 hour. This is what my dough is looking like. So I'm going to knock the air out of this dough, and then we are going to shape our dough. So knock that out and then put it on your floored surface. You can see how fluffy our dough is. Yes, that's exactly what we want to achieve. So now that I've knocked out the air, we're going to cut and shape. We're going to shape it. I'm going to scale this dough first, so I know how many bread buns can come out of this dough. That's how I do it. I don't eyeball. I'll check and know how many dough can come out of it. So I'm going to scale the dough as it is, so I know how to cut it. After scaling, we're going to cut, like I said, and then we're going to still scale the dough, because from that max measurement, I know that I'm going to get 9 doughs out of that, and a little extra that won't be the same size. So I'm just going to scale that, and then I'm going to roll them up and put them on a baking tray that I've prepared. You see somewhere how I rolled it up. You just roll your dough on the surface like that, exactly, just like that. You get a smooth dough, and then you place it on the baking tray. So you're going to repeat this till we have finished everything. Okay, now that we're done with everything, the last one, I just fried it. I didn't add it to the bread bun. I'm going to put a ring that I made earlier over on the bread buns, and this is to make it not exceed more than this and take up the shape of this ring that I've made. I would post the video on how I made this in my next video with something else that I made with the bread bun. So once you're done doing that, you're going to cover that up and keep that in a warm place. So I was baking outside. It's airy outside, so I doubled at some point. I had to double these napkins. Yes, I had to double it up, and then when I said preheating the oven, I kept it close to the oven so that it could preheat. So you're going to do the second proving now. This is called the second proving, and we're going to allow that to prove just for, let's say, another 30 minutes till it has risen again. While the bread is rising, second proving, we're going to go ahead to make our egg wash, and that's egg and milk. That's what I'm using. You can use only egg, different egg washes. You can use only egg, you can use egg and milk, you can use egg and milk and honey, you can use, there are different egg wash, but I'm using just egg and milk for my egg wash, because at this point my bread is almost, let's say, 90% risen, has done its second proof. So we're just going to mix that, and then we're going to check our bread at this point. Okay, all right, at this point this is what our bread is looking like. You can see, yes. So the final rising will be in the oven. So I'm going to quickly egg wash with a brush. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just putting the egg wash all over the bread, and then I'm placing back the ring that I have created for the bread bun. To that I'm adding some white sesame seeds, and then I'm going to put that in the oven and allow that bake. Now watch how our bread is going to rise in the oven. It will gradually rise from that to taking up the whole space around the ring. If you watch closely, you see that our bread is rising. You see it's rising in the oven. So once we're done with that, we're going to quickly bring it out, and then we're going to flip to the other side so that the other side can brown up as well. So I wasn't satisfied with how some of them didn't look very, very brown. I tried to use a blowtorch, but I didn't like what was happening. So I decided to stop because this is still okay. So we're going to take this off the mold, and then we're going to put this on a cooling tray. We're going to take it, remove the foil paper from the cooling tray underneath, and then we're going to place our bread on the cooling tray. So this is everything about bread making. So you mix your dough. After mixing your dough, you first proof. After you first proof, you knock out the air, and then you shape. After shaping, you put it again for the second proof, and then you egg wash, and then you bake. It's as simple as that. You can make your own bread at home and control what you put in your bread. This bread can be frozen. It can be freezed for up to 6 months, and it can be put in the freeze it, because bread starts to deteriorate immediately it comes out. So that's it, guys. That's the end of our bread bun video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do not hesitate to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video. If you want the recipe, also state in the comment section. Until next time, keep exploring. Bye.